Welcome to the Center for Universal Oneness. We are an open, welcoming, spiritual community that supports all faith traditions and invites you to join us on your spiritual journey. We host different speakers each week to guide and inspire us. We are guided by universal principles of acceptance of all that is sacred, and we strive to live in the oneness of love. Please enjoy this presentation.
Jeff, you're muted.
Not anymore. Doug, thank you. That was wonderful. It truly was. And I think a great way to set us up for what we are about to hear from Steph Saint Armand. Is that did I pronounce it good? And it's wonderful to have her here, as this is the first time, and we haven't had many new people come to us of late. So thank you for being here. This is great. Steph is a spiritual teacher, international speaker, and content creator. She's also an author of a book called Clickety Clack. There's more to it than that, I know, but I've already ordered it. And oh, there it is down there. How to live a peaceful life in a seemingly toxic world. Everyone should be having knowledge of that for sure. So, spiritual director of One Love Awakening, a virtual community devoted to bringing hearts and awakening minds. And Steph's wife, Tammy, is right next to her. And there we go. And they are going to start us off.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited. And then they said I could sing too, so that's lovely. I enjoy all of this, and I'm just blessed to be with you today.
Stand on the edge of a cliff, hang my toes over a bed, then jump when they dare me, even if it scares me and I get hurt. I'd rather build my wings on the way down, do my best not to fall to the ground, than laugh at my mistakes, 'cause they're only lessons I'll learn. I'd rather burn with desire deep in my soul and love like a fire that's out of control. Laugh and dance and fall and chance and kiss. I'd rather live my whole life with a sense of abandon. Squeeze every drop out no matter what happens. Not wonder what I'd miss. I'd rather just play it safe. Forget about love, hope, and faith. With my eye on the shoreline, keeping my bow tied and staying home. Oh, I'll never discover new land by keeping my feet on the sand. No, I'd rather set sail and get carried away by the storm. I'd rather burn with desire deep in my soul and love like a fire that's out of control. Laugh and dance and fall and chance and kiss. I'd rather live my whole life with a sense of abandon. Squeeze every drop out no matter what happens, and not wonder what I've missed. I'd rather burn with desire deep in my soul and love like a fire that's It's out of control. Laugh and dance and fall and chance and kiss. I'd rather live my whole life with the sense of abandon. Squeeze every drop out no matter what happens, and not wonder what I'd miss. I'd rather risk. I would rather risk. I'd rather burn with desire deep in my soul than love like a fire that's out of control. Live my whole life with a sense of abandon. Squeeze every drop out no matter what happens. Do not wonder what I miss. I'd rather risk. Oh, live and love and laugh and dance and fall and chance and kiss. I'd rather risk.
Awesome. Wonderful.
Sunny?
Welcome. Bye, everyone.
Now skedaddle.
Hi, Tammy. Tammy's going to go off and talk at Unity of Winnipeg.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, everyone. Oh my goodness, it's lovely to see each and every one of you. I love popping into new communities because I get to see the reflections of spirit in each and every one of you, and I get to see my family wherever I go. So I am so very blessed to be invited to participate in the Center for Universal Oneness. This is my jam. Oneness, wholeness, infinite, eternal substance of life. This is it. And so I'm so grateful to be present. That song was Risk by Paul Brandt, just in case people wanted to look that up. A lovely Canadian musician. And so today I called the talk Audaciously So. And audacious is one of my favorite words. I apparently have some favorite words: holy, audacious, bold, empowered. These are words that just center me and in that true self of what I'm looking for in life. And so audaciously so is knowing oneness and acting like it. Right? Knowing oneness and acting like it. I think about all of our teachers that have gone before us, our sages, our ancient teachers, our wise sages, our modern-esque philosophers, boldly stating in time frames that could have, caused some ripples and effects in their life longevity by boldly stating, I am God. I am the divine. We are one. That participatory expression. And I just think, I think I had this thought once of Charles Fillmore, because Charles Fillmore standing on a corner just saying, I am God. And people surrounding that energy instead of, putting him in prison or calling him a heretic. He was like this profound teacher. And there are so many teachers, Ernest Holmes and Jesus Christ. They are all one mind, this one infinite mind that we are tapped into, tuned in with, and we are that. We are that. So living from that place of audacity to know that you are this powerful presence of divine substance, there is nothing separate. Wow. When we act like it, when we step into that true nature of being and being audacious in our own lives, recognizing that we are the potentiality and the expansive expression of that Christ consciousness. We are this powerful state of being. And I just think we're the coolest things ever. We have this power within us to think new thoughts. We have this power within us to change our minds. That is so beautiful, because a little bit about my life experience. I suffered from depression from 13 to 33. And so I had several decades of me living in this place where I did not know my mind was a powerful state of being, that I could create or I could shift or I could change things. I was under the impression that my depression was who I was. And living in with depression, I felt like I was living in a cave. I had chronic anxiety disorder, and waiting for a bus would cause what felt like a heart attack. And I was in my 20s. No one should feel that kind of fear just leaving their house. It's this mind that has changed everything, because I've found new thought. I found the teachings of science of mind and unity and these beautiful philosophers that have been teaching a way of life for centuries. So we are that mind of the infinite. We are tapped into that powerful presence when we are aware of our awareness, when we are aware of our powerful presence. And I just think this is the coolest thing ever. How awesome is it to be aware, to be consciously aware of your awareness? To recognize, oh, that was a thought. You are aware of the thinker. What's behind the thinker? Where are those thoughts coming from? What is that brilliant mind of creative mind wanting to facilitate in your expression? Because you are here, you are a powerful, unique, unrepeatable expression of divinity. You are the substance of life. If you are living and breathing and having your being in this moment, then this divine mind is living and breathing and having its moment through the activity of you. That is awesome, that you have that powerful expression within you. How incredible is it that you are this unique and unrepeatable fingerprint in all of time and all of space, in all of eternity and all of the infinite. There is only you, one of you. This powerful expression, your fingerprint is so unique it cannot be repeated throughout history of humankind. This is the divine in its individualized expression of wholeness. Your mind is the most interesting mind there is. Your mind. This is what I think about my mind. My mind is the most interesting thing I could ever be engaged with and I could ever participate with. Because there are moments in life that have just shown up for me so that I could demonstrate and manifest change in who I was participating, how I was showing up, how I was engaging with life. And one of my favorite books that showed up when I was about 27, it was Susan Jeffers' Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And I think that's the guiding point of audacious living is to know that no matter how many skitty branches there are in your life, how many wobbly stones you're walking on, that the foundation beneath the sole of your feet is the foundation of an infinite intelligence that is greater than we are, greater than. There's a power in the universe that is greater than we are, and we can use it. And the tool, the instrument, the vessel that is using that power is your magnificent mind. And so we are this incredible expression of spirit. We're awesome. We are aware presence. We are loving presence. We are the space where in eternity and infinity show up and meet in form. And yet people all around us try to straighten our path for us, right? Does anyone else get a little get their backs up when someone else has a great idea for your life? What you should be doing with your life, how you should show up in meetings, how you should participate in organization, how you should, all of those shoulds. There are people that are wanting to straighten our path for us. And In oneness and in wholeness and in that divine mind, there is nothing that needs to be straightened. You are on the path that you are living because spirit is functioning through you in your unique, unrepeatable expression. And so when you are on, you are the only one that knows what path to be on, and that's that faith. So audacious living is faithful living. To know that substance of the divine is within you, all the power, all the resources, all the tools, all the instruments, all that infinite, eternal substance of life is within every atom of your body, every cell of your being, every thought in your mind. I call on faith within, and that is that level of faith that is unquenchable, indomitable. This faith is God's faith in me. When I show up for faith, I am showing up for God's faith in me, myself. Just as when you are expressing faith within yourself, you are expanding that faith in God, that God knows that highest power, that infinite mind, it knows a life that is well lived. It knows a life that is successful. It knows a life that is powerful. Because of everything that it is all of that. And we are tapped into that. I love being God's greatest enterprise. I love being the universal overflow of life. And the only place that faith lives is within. Faith is not an external substance. Faith is a powerful force within. The inner knower that is sourced by infallible wisdom. Linda Martello Whitsitt wrote, "To externalize faith is to disclaim our spiritual power. Faith's power is not in someone or something else. Faith is not the same as belief in. Those who say that they have faith in another person or in God believe that someone outside themselves has the power to control, to fix, and to eliminate human problems. Yes, belief in God, as in God will come through for us, he just has to, presumes a personality God that is a superhuman superhero. God is not a someone who acts, but a principle that is." So having faith live itself inside of you, having faith live in the boldness and the audacity of who you are, is having that expression of knowing the substance of life is everything that you are. Faith lives within. It is not something outside of you. And so I become a safe environment, a safe and supportive environment for faith to blossom and bloom in right and perfect time and in right and perfect place. I allow faith to grow within me when I am aware of that aware presence that is shifting life through me. When I step out onto those skinny branches, knowing that they are just as strong as the trunk of the tree that I am climbing, that they are this powerful expression that is boldly for you. Every step that you take is solidified in faith that you have that gift within you. You are that light. You are the powerful presence. And when we look outside of ourselves for faith, this is our opportunity to find all the teachers in our lives. All those teachers. When we look for faith outside of ourselves, when we look for our true nature outside of our own being, that we find our teachers. Our teachers show up and point us to the path. Sometimes it looks like standing up for ourselves when they're trying to straighten a path we would prefer crooked, right? Sometimes that audacity is to be in your firm knowing of who you are, and as you move out into all those sticky situations that are life happening. And those sticky situations are equally divine. Oneness and wholeness means that everything that is in existence is the divine. And so the human condition, we love to label things, right? We love to call things good and bad. We love to call things poor and rich. We label things. And in wholeness, in oneness, there are no labels. There is this infinite power that is back of absolutely everything, and that is all that is. So living an audacious life reminds me of the story of Krishna when he was a young boy. He was out playing by the river with his friends, and they were playing kickball. And a ball went over Krishna's head and landed in the river. And all of his friends and even Krishna looked at the river and became fearful. And because the Serpent King lived in this river, and no one wanted to disturb the Serpent King. So the ball was in the river, and Krishna, he was like, okay, I got this, you guys. I got it. I'll be brave enough for all of us. I'm going to go get our ball so that we can continue to play. And so Krishna jumps in the river and he starts swimming towards the ball. And sure enough, Kalia, the Serpent King, rose up from the depths of the murky waters and grasped Krishna's ankle and started to pull him down. And Krishna, in fear, just started panicking and moving all about and thrashing all over the place, and water was going everywhere. And one of his friends came to the side of the river and said, Krishna, Krishna, remember you're a god. And Krishna remembered. He became aware of that power within him. And he stood on the Serpent King's head, and he weighed down the Serpent King with the weight of the universe, and found his ball and returned to the shore and had a beautiful, wonderful day. Things get scary. Things can look scary in this life sometimes. We see it all over the place. And sometimes in my lifetime, this is probably one of the scariest times we've experienced. War is happening. COVID is still going on. New viruses are being introduced. And yet, there is something within each and every one of us that is powerful enough to move into a place of peace within our own being. There is something powerful enough within us to wake up the mystic within each and every one of us, to know who we are and what has made us. There is a mystic walking in each and every one when we tune in to that living spirit, that well of reciprocity of divine substance. Charles Fillmore wrote in Atom Smashing Power of Mind, faith is of the mind, and it is the match that starts the fire in the electrons and the protons of innate spirit forces. When the trillions of cells in one's body are roused to expectancy by spiritual faith, a positive spiritual contact results and marvelous transformations take place. Marvelous transformations take place. It's that faith, that beautiful expectancy of your good. That's what faith is. Expecting the good that is in you is also all around you. Faith, that power within you to make good decisions, is present and ready, for your mind is the mind of the infinite. This is why, for me, that feeling of conviction is so important. Feeling convicted, being in that knowingness. Conviction is a mindset of faith. Conviction is trust, assurance, confidence. It is trust that we do not need to perpetually recite affirmations and keep a desire afloat like judging pins and need our constant attention wherever we are going. Faith and conviction are these beautiful feelings, these exercises within us to strengthen our knowingness within ourselves. And to have that conviction, that faith, that unwavering knowing that this powerful presence is the living spirit within us, we can do anything we put our minds to. You are the most interesting person in your life. You are. Your mind is beyond measurement of how fascinating and magnificent you are. The things that you think, how you think, how do you get through things, how you make things happen in your life. Your mind is absolutely astonishing. And it's so fascinating to watch the spiritual evolution of my own mind. I exercise my faith. Oh, I say yes when I am nervous. I say yes to things that they look like heavy lifting or heavy loads, and I say yes. That is growing faith, because there's also that yes within you, that yes within me, that knows what to say yes to. It knows that is in alignment with your highest self. Who you truly are at the core of you is uniquely qualified. You are that unrepeatable expression of infinite source and substance. You are that. And so as you step into that working out of faith, work that faith out, to have that faith be unwavering, never questioning, never underestimating the power that lies within you. Faith lives within. And we get to be that cultivator, the incubator, to grow that faith. One of my teachers, Dr. Ken Gordon, he reminded us that you will never have more faith than you do right now. You will never have more. Your capacity is right here. It's wholeness, it's oneness, it's infinite. It's what we put our faith into that is the questioning, right? Where do we want our lives to be? Are we putting our faith in that direction? Are we putting our faith in the knowingness that we can have that, we can be that, we can go there? Or are we putting our faith in the not enoughness, the lack consciousness, the someone else can do it better? Sure, other people can do things really well, but they can't do you. You are that magnificent infinite expression. In Divine Audacity, which is one of my favorite books, I'm always going to Divine Audacity by Linda Martella Whitsitt. It's covering the 12 Powers by Charles Fillmore. And she wrote, "Living in conviction is living from a prepared consciousness in trust of the truths and possibilities that exist under the surface of material existence. Living in trust is living the way I would live in fulfillment of my heart's desire. When experiencing physical symptoms of disease, I exercise my essential wholeness, living as a whole person lives. I do what I can every day in support of my health, vitality, and well-being. I exercise my faith. Faith lives right here within me. I am a safe environment for faith to grow and to blossom and to bloom." And in that exercising, I think we put too much of our experience and even our conscious awareness on that stuff that's going on out there. There's lots going on. It's infinite and eternal. Life is always moving forward and expanding. This is a one globe in a infinite universe that we are on. And if we look at our own minds, if we do our work to take care of where we're going, our health, our vitality, our well-being, we have so much more capacity to do that for the people around us. When we have that faith in ourselves, we can have faith that Spirit is operating and functioning through each and every one around us. If it is true for me in oneness and wholeness, it is true of everyone. And so this powerful, unique expression that is living me, that I trust the universal presence within all of life is functioning through the activity of me. I have faith and I trust that that universal brilliance is operating everywhere, always. No matter what it looks like to my outer eyes, the soul of me knows wholeness and oneness, this divine life. And so even though we might look in the mirror and see a reflection of the caterpillar, what's really inside of us is already the butterfly becoming. With faith in oneness, with faith in the divine substance, it holds itself in within. It unfolds itself before you take every step. We can live from that audacious place and know that we are that. We are that I am. And I just would love every single human being on this planet to know that seed within them, the soul that is within them, the light that is within them. Just as I am working towards every day, waking that same light up within me, to expand it, to grow it, to live it, and to know it, to know it. And like Emma Curtis Hopkins say, and we need do nothing more, right? Sparkle our light. You are uniquely qualified to be exactly who you are called to be. You are the divine substance, and there is only one of you. You don't need to be anything more but the life that you are living as the divine substance, taking stock in who you are in that powerful presence. Your mind is everything. So this is your life, and you are making it what it is, and you have the power to shift, to change, to evolve, and to grow. It's such a beautiful, beautiful life to live. I just would love to stand up and shout from mountaintops this truth. I am that I am. And to see other people know that within themselves, we get a lot more attractive. When we know who we are and when we can see that light in other people, we are simply reflections of that divine system, that substance of life. And we are the most attractive force in the universe when we are aware of our presence and that we are aware that that presence is the infinite presence. Ernest Holmes wrote an affirmation. I am guided by the same intelligence and inspired by the same imagination which scatters moonbeams across waves and holds the force of nature in its grasp. So let us move into a prayer meditation and feel the substance of life. Know this infinite intelligence, this being in this powerful presence. Knowing that we need do nothing more, I simply take this breath. And I release all judgment, all labels, all beliefs and separation. I'll let go right here and right now with the easefulness of this breath. All othering. There is only one center. One universal wholeness, one brilliant expression of divine substance illuminating and animating upon its own nature. This is the expression of spirit unfolding, and I know that there is only one power, one presence, one divine infinite intelligence that has woven itself in and through and as absolutely everything. There is no space, no place, no moment, no breath where the divine is not breathing itself in and unfolding upon its own substance. This is life. This is the life that I am living. This is the life that I boldly engage in the fullest expression of who I am. This is the day I step out of any shells I've placed around me, and I break through any resistance or any lack consciousness. Today is the day I break through and stand firm in who I am. I am the divine system of the beloved. I am the host of heaven. And so all my power, all my uniqueness, all my beauty, all my grace is spirit first. I simply just articulate it on behalf of the divine. I stand in that truth and I know infinite oneness. I know my fingerprint is already pressed down firm upon the garment of consciousness. And I allow that inner wisdom to direct me, to guide me, to move me, to mold me into that highest expression it planted within me before the beginning of time. And so right here, right now, this is that moment. This is the moment that Spirit is lifting high within me, my awareness. And so my awareness brings forth loving presence and joyful noise and exquisite nature and the power within me to be audaciously so. I stand firm in my true self and I shine brightly. I do not block or hinder or limit my light for anyone else. I stand firm in my true self, recognizing that power within me is the infinite's power. And I stand in it, I dwell in it, I live in it, and I know that it indwells within me. Beauty and grace, love, joy, peace, power. Audaciously so. And knowing this powerful presence with a grateful heart in all that I am, in all that I do, and all the glory and grace that expands around me. I release this word into the infinite law of mind and activity where I know it is already, and I need do nothing more, but let it be so. And so it is. And so it is.